Stories have a way of changing our heartbeat. They can transform us in ways that straight information sharing does not. A couple of weeks ago, Paul Aspen mentioned in his homily the importance of changing our story and sharing the hope that rises from the depths of difficulty. As we celebrate Thanksgiving, I want to share two gratitude stories of hope that changed the heartbeats of those who shared them, and hopefully of those who received them. The first is one that was featured in the Philadelphia Inquirer, which highlights the journey of 27-year-old Joe Rinaldi. When Joe was 10 years old, he was diagnosed with a form of juvenile onset macular dystrophy that caused loss of central eyesight. Since then, he has lost more of his eyesight, and he spoke of the anger, fear, and confusion that plagued him throughout his teenage and early adult years. He said that he now views his life in two parts. From ages 10 to 23, he saw this disease as a curse. And from 23 on, he learned to see it as a blessing. In his words, "I'm grateful to be going blind, as I was physically able to see less. I was able to see more of all that comes with struggles around me, and every reason to be grateful for every single day." When Rinaldi was in the Doctor of Physical Therapy program at Drexel University, he met a fellow student named Michaela. She was a faith-filled woman who invited him to church, and she became a catalyst for strengthening his faith. A few years later, they married. And after working as a physical therapy doctor for a couple years, he changed careers to pursue writing, inspirational speaking, and life coaching. He said, "I need to share a message of positivity, strength, and hope for that person who is going through something hard, but may not be able to see it." It's a hard message to show somebody they have things to be grateful for when they're dealing with a diagnosis or loss of a loved one. But perspective is the whole reason I'm able to have gratitude. Rinaldi goes on to say he is grateful for every moment and captures that in these words. "Every time I read a book or look at my wife, I know it could be the last time I do these things. I have a sense of gratitude for everything I get to do, because I just don't know when I'll be able to do it again." Just as the blind people Jesus healed in the gospel went off and talked about him and the healing they experienced all over the countryside, Joe Rinaldi, too, has shared widely the deeper seeing he has experienced and the hope he has found. Gratitude has changed his heartbeat because he shared his story. Our heartbeats are changed too. The other story I want to share is a personal one. A couple weeks ago, I was on retreat with the Eastern region of Roman Catholic women priests. where our retreat leader focused on ancestors. We each were given a round clay slab with concentric circles and were asked to reflect on a woman in our family who greatly impacted us. We were then told to mold clay into whatever shape expressed our relationship with this person and place it in the center. I chose my mother, who I saw as a great teacher, especially in regard to relational experiences. Among many other things, she taught me genuine love and how to handle problems and not let the problems handle me. As I reflected on her great giftedness, I came to realize in a way I hadn't before, that she taught me not only through her gifts, but also through her flaws. I felt the redeeming value of her flaws when I recognized that they also imparted wisdom to me. As I continued to play with the clay, I thought of the life transitions she experienced and what she taught me through each of them. So I modeled an arch that had natural stretch marks, symbolizing passing through these transitions. This clay representation reflected my mom's genuineness, strong, beautiful, and flawed. This exercise allowed me to see something in a way I hadn't before. My heartbeat changed when I realized that flaws, too, can be gifts when we see the wisdom waiting to be found there. And for that, I am grateful and hopeful that others will be able to get something positive from my flaws. All of us have gratitude stories to be shared. Whether gratitude for a joyful or celebratory moment, or for a difficult experience that begs for hope to reveal itself, God's invitation to us is to see the gift and share it with those around us. What gratitude experience has changed your heartbeat? If you wish, please share that during homily response, or perhaps at your Thanksgiving dinner. Happy Thanksgiving.